Hey Kendra, I'm sorry that you weren't able to um, meet with Kayla and I tonight, so I just wanted to briefly go over a couple of the changes that we made to your CBA project. And Kayla mentioned to me that you were responsible for coming up with the formative assessment plan. So I wanted to just talk to you a little bit about that. And then if you do want to meet with me, just let me know, or take your best crack at it. So go for it. After talking to Kayla, we decided part one looks fine and dandy. For part two, we decided to focus on the first clarifying objective here related to social relationships. I think that's supposed to be an S. Because addressing both the clarifying objectives would be a lot to include in your assessments. So we're just focusing on this first one because when you look at the unpacking standards, so if you go to the NCDPI website, and you might be already aware of this, but you want to check out the unpacking standards, and it will really tell you all of the knowledge and skills that your standard relates to. And your guys is for the one that you had selected was this one. There's quite a little bit in this first one related to self-esteem, healthy relationships, all that good stuff. So we decided that the menstrual cycle, we could leave it out for now. So these are the knowledge, reasoning, and skill that we unpacked from these standards. You guys have a product-based assessment, but the standard itself does not, it's not asked, and that's great. I think your assessment is a good idea, but it doesn't go here because this is just the essential content area. So the only reason that you would have product over here is if the content standard itself was asking for students to create something. So in this section, as you noted above, really the content standards as they're written, they look like knowledge, but when you read the unpacking standards, they also have like decision making and communicating, and so that's why they have reasoning and skill. So all that being said, these are the learning targets that Kayla and I worked on tonight. They're mostly the same like you guys had. We just kind of fine-tuned them a little bit, and we got rid of the ones that were related to menstruation, and we added a couple about peer pressure and healthy and unhealthy relationships because that's really an important part of this standard, this clarifying objective. So that is all set. I think she said that you were meant to revise this, so I hope that's all right, but we went ahead and revised that. So what you want to do for part 5 is you want to take these, you want to look at these and think, what would be formative assessment activities that I would do in my class to address these? So for example, for the first one, you put, I can discuss changes that occur during puberty and adolescence, and you put that you would assess it using selected response and personal communication. So on your formative assessment plan, for selected response, you might have like a group quiz or like a Kahoot or something like that that addresses this. So that's what you would put down here in part 5. You would put, selected response, and then you would put whether it's formal or informal. You would put the types of questions that you're going to ask that relate to that learning target, and then what you expect the students to respond there. So in this formative assessment plan, you pretty much want to make sure that you address each and every one of these learning targets. So what you can do, if you can group them together if you want, or you can just take each one and come up with an idea for each one for your formative assessment plan. So that's all I got, because that's 5 minutes of your time that you'll never get back. Okay, I hope that helps, Kendra, and do let me know if you have any questions or if you want to talk some more via Zoom. Let me know. Okay.